I have a little pastry bag. We ran that through our embossing machine. Purple, oh, that would be really pretty. Let's put some ink on that. And I think it came out nice. I think I like it. Hello, welcome back to Patty Loves Paper. I'm Patty, and we are continuing on with the third episode of our series of making a journal from the very beginning. This is the little journal we made from the brown Amazon envelope. We cut it down to size in the very first episode, and we covered it with some more packaging to get rid of all the inking that came on the envelope and to give it kind of a smooth surface to work in. Then in the second episode, we covered it with this pretty paper on the front, the spine, and the back, and the inside covers, as well as we added our signature. And we went step by step of how to make a signature and how to sew it into the journal. And so that's where we are. So now we're ready to start embellishing it and adding to it and making it very unique and just your own. So we're going to look and see what we're going to do today. I have some supplies that I brought to the table, and here I have some used tea bags. Now, I told you in one of the videos that I tea dye my paper as opposed to coffee dye, and that's just a personal preference. I really don't like the way old coffee smells. I like the way new and fresh coffee smells, but I don't like old coffee. So I chose to tea dye my paper as opposed to coffee dye in my paper. And I explained the process that I use. I make a big pot of Lipton tea. I use the family size tea bags, and I use probably 8 to 10, depending on how much paper I'm dyeing that day. And then I dry out my tea bags. I remove all the loose tea that's now dried, and then I rinse these out and flatten them, smooth them, and I dry them out. So since there's not been any additives with it, like milk or sugar or cream or anything like that, I can use these in my junk journal. If I use tea bags in which I added milk or cream or sugar or anything like that, I would not use those in my junk journal, just because you have a greater chance of it starting to cause you problems. So these are some tea bags that are left over. I have some stickers, some doilies that I also tea dyed when I dyed my paper. More tea scraps. I have some stickers, like I said. I have some torn pieces, some bird digitals. I really thought those were pretty. I have some ribbon, some digital cutout flowers. I have some journaling pages, another piece of tea dyed paper. I have a little pastry bag. I have all of our scraps from when we cut our pages down, because our pages in this journal started out as 12 by 12 measuring, and these are the scraps from when we cut it down. So I have these to do something with. This is another piece of paper that I had some scraps with. A piece of old music sheet. This may be 50, 60 years old. I'm not really sure. And then some old, some drawing paper that's just kind of a nice color that we might want to use for something in our journal. So we're going to see what we're going to do. So I thought that we would take these bigger panels and make tags out of them, because I thought they would fit perfectly inside our front cover pocket, because remember we left a pocket here in the front cover. And then we also left a pocket here in our back cover, so I thought we could cut that down and make 2 tags. So we might have time to decorate those today. Might need to cut it down just a little bit because it's a little snug. And then we might make something with one of these. I think we have this piece too that went with that page. We might make something out of that. And then our bag. And what I was thinking about doing with our bag is doing something with it and putting a hinge on it so that it flips open. And I thought this might be a nice place for it to flip open. It's a little bit snug with the fit, but I think we can do it. So one of the things that I was thinking about was running it through my embossing machine and embossing this and then decorating the front. So give me just a minute. I'm gonna run and do that and I will be right back. Okay, so we ran that through our embossing machine and this is what it came out to look like. And it's actually debossed on this side, embossed on this side. I think it came out really nice. So I think we're going to try to add a little color to it. So we're going to take a lighter color than what we used the other day. And we're just going to try to add just a little color to the top layer that is embossed. This is just a plain little paper bag, but I do have some nice decorative ones that I've gotten from different places. I know Breads on Oaks has really pretty bags too when you buy a pastry. So whenever I go, which is not too often, but whenever I go, I always ask for an extra. One that didn't have any food in it so that I can use it for my junk journal. But as of yet, I have not used it in my journal because I haven't been able to decide to part with them yet. All right, I think this is coming out nicely. And honestly, this is exactly what I need after a hard day at work. I just find this so relaxing, very de-stressing, like my own personal therapy. When things are bothering me, I always like to come sit down and put my hands in some paper and see what I can create. And it usually just makes me feel a lot better. All right, let's see. I think for the most part, we have that pretty well colored. Brings out the embossing very nicely. And it's very light. It's coming out on camera a little bit darker than what it looks like in person. But I like it. Very pretty. All right, that's all we're going to do for the coloring. Now we're going to see what else can we do. We have some pieces of tea bag. Let's see if we have a smaller piece. I thought we did. Yeah, here we go. This one's almost perfect size. I kind of want to get that pretty coloring. Make sure I get that in. And maybe we can take a little bit of this. Let's see how that would look. I really like this piece of the notes. It's got a lot of activity right there. And then let's see if one of those birds might look nice. Should we use that one? Maybe this one. That one's pretty too. And then maybe we can put, oh, you know what? We can change that flower out too. Let's see, maybe put a purple. Oh, that would be really pretty. Let's put some ink on that. Let's see if we can bring that out a little bit. Now we're going to go with the darker color, the seedless preserves, which is what we used the other day with the last video that we did. So we'll add some color here. We want to keep bringing out that purple. And add a little to our note music page also. I don't think we're going to do anything with our tea bag. And this just kind of brings it out a little bit. You really don't have to do this, but I do like the way it adds to it. All right, so I like the way that looks. And then we can put a bow here too. All right, so let's start gluing that down. I like the way these tea bags come out with the pattern that they form. What did I do with my paper towel? I guess I need another one. I really want to smush that glue into the bag. Get a nice firm hold on it all the way around. All right. Okay. Let's get our music paper. Could be a little songbird. Let's glue our flower down. That green really makes that purple come alive. All right. I think we do want to put our Oh, look at those notes. I love that. All right, let's get our bird and glue our bird down. This bird came from Sweet Pea Curiosity Digitals. Beautiful, beautiful birds. I love the way they are colored and just everything about it. I just really, really love. All right, and we might want to add a word, and we can have some words. Let's see. Fragrant lavender. Maybe we'll use beautiful. Let's see. Let's put some ink on that, kind of bring it out a little bit. Now this is just what I'm coming up with. You certainly can take these ideas and make them your own. Use what you have. I think I might want to put that up there. And come up with your own ideas. Or you can copy this one. It doesn't matter to me. The main thing is you try it, stick your hand in and try your hand at it and see how you like it. See if it's the thing for you. All right. All right, so I think one other thing that we're going to do, let's see where that leftover paper is from that inside cover. Oh, there's another bird. This is that inside cover. Okay, so I think we're going to do, if we make it an inch, I think that would be good. So we'll make it 4 inches so that we can double it over so that we can have a pretty, no blank pages. We'll have a pretty little hinge as opposed to just a plain white one. All right, so we're going to cut that. I think I like this instead. Let's cut that at 4 inches. Just under 4 inches. Let's see, what does that put us at? Oops, I think that's good. And then we'll go this way and cut it at 4 inches. Perfect. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to fold and glue. I'm going to fold this over. Actually, we might do it this way. Fold it into the center. See where our center is. So I'm going to pinch the ends of it. So that I can see where my center is, and then I'm going to fold it to that center point. That's it right there. And then we're going to fold this into the center till they match. Perfect. All right, and then we're going to glue this shut. All right, we're going to glue that shut. Squeeze all that glue into the sides so that we have a nice firm hold. Trying to push all that glue all over. All right. And we're going to fold it in. And now, when we do our hinge and we fold it open, we have a nice pretty hinge as opposed to having, say, something like this where we have just a plain hinge. I think that looks a little more put together, so we're going to ink that around just to bring out some of those colors. All right, now we're not ready to quite ink it yet. Got a little bit white in the center, so we're just going to ink that up too to get rid of it. I'm not going to see all that. I'm just going to see that part of it. All right. We're not quite ready, but what we're going to do when we are is we're going to glue this down here. And when we open it like this, we'll see that our hinge matches our pretty paper. Okay, so we'll put that aside until we're ready for it. I'll just see if there's anything else we want to do with this. Let's see about the ribbon. That's pretty. I actually like the different color purples. Kind of brings it all together. All right, so let's see. Let's just see if that's where we want to be. I think so. All right, so let's get that glued down. We'll start on one end. And then we'll turn it over and we'll glue this side down. I might need a little bit more. All right. Okay, and we'll glue the rest of it. We want to overlap it just a little. And then we're going to cut off that excess. I don't think I did a very good job of that. All right. There we go. And then I think we should add a nice bow. So we're going to take this ribbon that matches, and we're going to tie a little bow. I don't want my bow to overpower my I think that's a little overpowering, so I'm going to just keep working with it until I get it exactly like I want it. So I decided to call these tutorials or crafting alongs stay and plays. And I really hope that you're staying and playing with me. I hope you got your things and you're making along with me. Alright, I think that's a little bit nicer. See if I can cut it a little bit better. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Alright, so now we're going to tie this, glue this down. I want to get some glue in that knot and then glue this down too. Okay. I don't want to press too hard, but I do want it to adhere, and sometimes that's what you have to do. You just have to press it into the material to get it. And I'm just going to gently press it and hold it. I don't want to smash my bow completely, but all right, there's our little okay, I think we got it now. All right, so that's pretty much our front piece of our bag. I'm not going to see the back of it much until you flip it open, so I'm going to leave that as it is right now. If I decide that I want to do something on the back, we can always do something on the back. So now we want to consider placing it in. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can do the hinge here, but I think what I want to do is glue the hinge to the back and then glue the hinge to the cover. And I want to kind of get it as straight as I can. All right, so let's do that. And again, we want to get that good and adhered, so we want to push the two materials together so that they are really adhered well. All right. You can use your little tool too. I use my spatula a lot. All right. All right, I think we got that good and adhered. It still needs to dry, but I think it's good and adhered down. All right, and so now we're going to place our bag on top, just like this. All right, we're gonna get our glue here. Try to get as close to the edge as you can. We can get that excess up if we need to. All right. Okay. And again, we're going to line this up. And we're going to get it nice and lined up as best as we can. I think we got it. Yep, I think we got it. So what we can do is open it and press it from this side and get all of our excess glue up here. And there's our hinge. And now we have a little flip. We have our little flip, and there's a couple of things we can do. Maybe we can make a little pocket here and put something inside here so that when you open it up, here's something else right there for you. I think I want to add just a little more color. I think we're looking pretty good now. All right, the last thing we want to consider, and we're probably not going to do that right now, is we want to consider what do we want to have in our bag. Okay, we want to put something inside of our bag, whether it's a bunch of taller tags or maybe some smaller tags or thinner tags. We'll have to think about that. But the biggest thing is the biggest thing I wanted to do was get this page down, and I think it came up nice. I think I like it. Join us in our next episode when we make a mini CD style envelope for one of our pages and tags for the front and back pockets. Bye-bye. I hope you're enjoying junk journaling with me, and I hope you'll join me for my next video. Until then, bye-bye.